You know, a perfect example of this, and I'm just going to call it out by name because it's a common report and because he's rubbing our nose in it, this Kent Hovind garbage.
There's a video causing some problems on the internet from my good friend Pastor Anderson. So I just said, look, I'm not going to fight him. There are some gross inaccuracies. If you want to contact me, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 1, I will correct the record.
And let me tell you, this guy, look, and I defended Kent Hovind when his wife is divorcing him. But you know what? I'm going to call him out right now. And you say, well, it's not your business. Well, you know what? He goes on YouTube and puts out a video telling everybody, if you don't agree with me committing adultery, then you're a hypocrite and a Pharisee.
For Christ's sake.
Here's my question for you, Kent Hovind. Did you get a marriage license? Because it seems like that marriage ended pretty quick and pretty easy.
Welcome to the third race at the Honeymoon is Over Downs. They're at the gate, and they're off. Jumping out in the lead is Romance and Affection, with Domestic Bliss in close behind. It's Romance and Affection and Domestic Bliss. Here comes Marriage Vows, followed by Immediate Child. Romance and Affection falling off quickly. Mortgaged Up the Ass, overtaking Domestic Bliss. And here comes Nasty Attitude, followed by More Children and Drinking Heavily. Coming down the backstretch, Drinking Heavily moving out in front of Mortgaged Up the Ass. But coming on strong on the outside is Credit in Shambles. It's Credit in Shambles, followed by I Don't Give a Shit, Nasty Attitude, and Up Yours Keith. Up Yours Keith challenging for second, going into the clubhouse turn. Passing on the rail is I Don't Give a Shit, taking the lead. Followed by The Fucking House, You Cook Like Shit, and I Fucked Your Brother. Here they come spinning out of the turn. I Don't Give a Shit still in front. Up Yours Keith challenging for the lead. Up Yours Keith and I Don't Give a Shit neck and neck. And down the stretch they come. Up Yours Keep is pulling away from I Don't Give a Shit by a length. Coming on strong is I Am Out of Here, and passing the pack is The Fucking House. And at the wire, it's Up Yours Keep, The Fucking House, I Don't Give a Shit, and I Am Out of Here.
We got married last week. Sandra, you want to come up and become world famous? Cindy, should have been yours. You blew it.
You know, growing up in a Christian home, especially with parents that were leaders in the church, there were huge expectations on the children. My dad was a famous evangelist. My mom was a piano teacher and a piano player at the church. I literally grew up in the church. I learned how to fake Christianity. I learned how to be accepted among my friends. I learned what to say and what not to say, you know, because that was the environment I was in.
For Christ's sake.
And Satan started really early in Eric Hovind's life trying to destroy it. I remember the first time I was exposed to pornography in 5th grade at a Christian school. I remember that being an addiction that didn't end for a long time, and I thought, well, I'll get over this pretty soon. This is something that just kind of goes, it passes by. You know, you don't want to talk to anybody about it. You're kind of embarrassed about it. So fear of the unknown, but at the same time wondering about the unknown, you just kind of keep going. And being raised in a Christian home, you know those aren't things you're supposed to look at. Those aren't things you're supposed to do. Sex was never a conversation in the home. It was more like the taboo subject that you don't want to talk about. I just kind of continued to suppress it and act like it didn't exist and act like everything was fine on the outside, but inside, man, Satan was getting his hooks in deep. I'm thinking at 14, well, when I'm 16, you know, I'll have kicked this habit. I remember thinking when I'm 18, that this won't be a part of my life anymore. And then I thought, well, as soon as I get married, that'll take care of it.
For Christ's sake.
I still remember laying in bed at night, and I'd wait for my wife to go to sleep, and then I'd turn on the TV from right there in our bedroom, and I'd watch stuff that I shouldn't watch right there in our bed. And it wasn't until God allowed my wife to confront me that I got really honest. And I said, you know what? If I don't confess the truth all the way, Satan is going to keep a little bitty toehold in my life.
Boring. Sandra, come on up. All the skeptics are going to get mad. Hovind got married again. Yep, sure did. Wonderful. So, how do you like Dinosaur Adventureland, Miss Sandra?
I do.
You do? Okay, have a seat here. All right. You have been saved since you were 5. And how did you hear about our ministry?
Your VHS videos years ago.
Okay. And your kids grew up on them. You got 7 children.
7 children.
And how many grandchildren?
13 and 1 on the way.
13 and 1 on the way. Okay. And I married her for money. Right?
I married you for years too.
I have none also. Okay. So anyway, if you don't like it, sorry, too bad. We did it. Too late. It's over with. Okay. Anyway, what is your take on remarriage? Well, you shouldn't do that. All right, take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4. Dinosaurs in Chile, having a little fun weekend. One step from heaven, that dinosaurs in Chile. Yeah, dinosaurs in Chile, having a little fun weekend. One step from heaven, that dinosaurs in Chile. Learning all about salvation, from Adam to the flood. Learning all about creation and God's eternal love. All right, dinosaurs in Chile.